Why were Victorian psychiatrists so obsessed with Shakespeare's Ophelia? For some context, Ophelia is a character in Shakespeare's play Hamlet, and over the course of the play, she becomes insane and drowns under pretty ambiguous circumstances. Ophelia became something of a cultural icon for many writers, artists, and psychiatrists. She was frequently painted as either a drowned victim or romanticized as a siren. For many Victorian literary and medical men, Ophelia came to symbolize femininity and madness. In the 19th century, mental illness was typically gendered as feminine, and diagnoses such as lovesickness and hysteria, which Ophelia was thought to suffer from, were associated with women. Many psychiatrists of the era were fascinated with Shakespeare's work and also wrote their own interpretation of his plays. And Hugh Diamond, the psychiatrist and photographer we met in the last episode, was no exception. Unlike his other colleagues, Diamond also drew inspiration from Shakespeare's work to inform his psychiatric practice as well as his photography. And this is one of Diamond's photographs that is arguably the most symbolic of Ophelia. Like Ophelia, this patient was thought to suffer from lovesickness as well as suicidal ideation. What's most symbolic of Ophelia in this portrait, however, is that garland of leaves and flowers wrapped around her head, which we've seen in other representations of Ophelia. This brings us back to the question I asked in the last episode. Were these photographic portraits more objective, truthful, or unbiased than those of the drawn portraits? And I think the answer to that is no. In all of these photographs, Diamond's patients are carefully posed and positioned with props in order to fulfill his vision of mental illness and not their reality. Let me know if you'd like to learn more about asylum photography or women and madness.